Welcome to the B3 Community Standards training video. In this video, we will outline why community standards are so important here at B3 and what it may look like to uphold the principles of being, belonging, and becoming. First, why are community standards so important? Here at B3, we strive to create spaces where everyone can thrive. Community standards are used to uphold our values of being, belonging, and becoming better together as a B3 coffee community. Ways to do this is by appreciating diverse ways of being and embracing the natural variations of what it means to be human. In doing this, we create spaces where everyone belongs. B3 Coffee believes in becoming better together through inviting this diversity to enrich our lives, workplaces, and community. But how do we uphold the principles of belonging? We first recognize that everyone belongs. B3 members should welcome and be inclusive of all long-time and new members. B3 members do this by supporting their peers regardless of their differing opinions, preferences, abilities, or identities. B3 members should also kindly listen to other people when they are sharing things that are important to them. Upholding the value of becoming better together requires B3 members to learn from each other and work together, building a strong, inclusive community within the B3 Coffee and community partners. It is important for B3 members to recognize and embrace the importance of diversity and becoming better together. Lastly, B3 members will uphold the values of being by understanding that the way we express ourselves is different between each member, and these differences should be celebrated. Respecting everyone's personal decisions and boundaries are a great way to uphold all these values. Next, we will explore what it looks like to uphold these community standards here at B3.
I was just asked to represent B3 at the speaking event.
Why haven't I been invited to speak at an event yet?
What should Sarah do next? Should she take a break? Should she say, I guess the B3 community doesn't like me because I haven't been asked to speak at an event? Or should Sarah encourage Allison because she realizes that all B3 members are equally valuable? Let's see what she decides to do.
I didn't get invited to speak at the event, so I'm not coming to B3 socials anymore.
Okay, that's fine, but Jacqueline won't know that you're interested in a speaking at an event if you stop coming to meetings.
Does this path fit the B3 community standards of being? Sarah followed the B3 standards by choosing to take a break when she needed one. This was the best decision for her emotional well-being at the time. Allison followed the B3 community standards by respecting Sarah's decision of taking a break because she was upset. B3 Coffee values both equally. An invitation to speak at an event does not mean that one member is liked or appreciated more than the other. Sarah is welcomed back at B3 when she decides she is ready to come back. Now, let's see what it might look like if Sarah didn't uphold the B3 community standards.
I guess the B3 community doesn't like me because I haven't been asked to speak at an event.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't think many people like you very much, and I'm just at things better than you.
This is an example of not holding up the B3 community standards of being and belonging. It is important to recognize that we are all equally valuable in our community, and being kind to one another can help us belong. Now that we have reviewed B3's community standard of being, let's look at the community standard of belonging and becoming. First, what are the belonging community standards?
That everyone belongs. B3 members should welcome and be inclusive of all long-time and new members. We must support our peers regardless of differing opinions, preference, abilities, and identities.
That's right. Now let's look at some examples on how and how not to uphold the B3 community standards of becoming and belonging.
Hi everyone, I'm Allie. I'm so excited to join B3 community.
I don't want another member. I like our community just how it is now.
What should Sarah do next? Should she give herself a chance to get to know Allison because everyone belongs in B3? Should Sarah tell Allison that she doesn't want her to be a part of the team? Or should Sarah talk to a trusted adult about why she is feeling nervous or closed off to new friendships? Let's see what Sarah decides to do.
Hi, it's so nice to be a part of this community. I'm so excited to meet everyone at coffee hour this Sunday.
Hi, Allie. Welcome to B3. I am looking forward to getting to know you better.
Does this path fit the B3 community standards of belonging? Sarah followed the B3 community standards by recognizing her feelings about a new member and used the calm down power before reacting. After Sarah made Allison feel welcomed, Allison showed excitement in being part of the team. Both Allison and Sarah belong in B3 community as much as everyone else, and everyone is valued on the B3 team. Now, let's see what it might have looked like if Sarah didn't uphold the community standards.
We don't want you to be part of B3. You should just go back to where you came from.
That really hurts my feelings. If B3 members treat me like that, maybe I don't want to join B3 community.
This is an example of not upholding the B3 community standards of belonging and becoming. It is important to recognize that the B3 coffee team values both equally and strive to create a space where everyone feels included and valued. Sarah followed the B3 community standards by doing what she thought was best for her, but she hurt Allison's feelings in the process. If Sarah has negative feelings towards Allison that she had wanted to express, she could use the think first power to determine what might happen as a result of her words. A next step could be to use the get help power from a trusted adult to explore feelings deeper. Now, what is the becoming community standard?
When B3 members work towards learning from each other and building a strong, inclusive community, within B3 Coffee and community partners, B3 members must recognize importance of diversity and becoming better together. We do this by kindly listening to other people when they are sharing things that are important to them. This can help others become more comfortable with their environment and the people in it.
That's right. Now let's look at some examples on how and how not to hold the B3 community standard of becoming.
Our weekly challenge should be, what is your favorite Christmas gift you ever received?
Doesn't she know not everyone celebrates Christmas? Oh.
What should Sarah do next? Should she reach out to B3 leadership and request that she is no longer placed in a breakout group with Allison? Should Sarah respectfully use the speak up power to let her know that the many cultural differences related to holidays, such as Christmas? Or should Sarah express her negative feelings about Allison to her and tell her to shut up during the next meeting? Let's see what Sarah chooses to do next.
I am Jewish. I don't celebrate Christmas. This challenge makes me feel excluded.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe we can come up with another challenge that includes all of us.
Does this path fit with the B3 community standards of becoming? Sarah followed the B3 community standards by using think first power about how to mention her concerns about Allison. She recognized this as a private B3 related situation and used speak up power to advocate for a more inclusive weekly challenge. Sarah did not let her feelings about Allison affect her sense of belonging at B3. B3 Coffee values both actors equally and strives to create a space where everyone can feel heard. In order to become better together, B3 team members are expected to respect each other, which includes giving everyone space to express themselves. Now, let's see what would happen if Sarah did not uphold the B3 community standards.
Not everyone celebrates Christmas, you know. Maybe you should stop thinking just about yourself.
That really hurts my feelings. I wish you said that in a nicer way.
This is an example of not upholding B3 community standards of belonging and becoming. It is important that all B3 members feel safe to share and be themselves in order to become better together. Sarah followed the B3 community standards by doing what she thought was best for her and trying to communicate her feelings. However, Sarah did not use the think first power to determine how her words could hurt Allison. During the B3 meeting, Sarah could use the calm down power by taking a deep breath to try to get through the feelings towards Allison. If Sarah's feelings towards Allison continued, she should get help from a trusted adult. But how do we manage conflict within our community? By using the B3 path. First, we stop to reflect. Then, we visit the Community Standards and Resources folder. Then, we determine whether it is a B3 related problem. Then, we talk with leadership members. Then, we come to a resolution.